Hi guys, in this video we are going to do serology and diagnosis of the viral hepatitis. In the last video we had an overview about the hepatotropic viruses. Hepatitis A virus and hepatitis E virus cause acute disease and hepatitis B, C and D cause chronic disease. So our today's topic is serology and the diagnosis. Serology is a scientific study or the diagnostic examination of the serum. In this we study, measure and detect the presence and the absence of antigens and the antibodies in the serum. So in this video we'll first do the serology of chronic hepatic viruses and then we'll proceed towards the acute. So the first chronic virus is hepatitis B virus. For serology, we measure the antigens. These are the surface markers for hepatitis B virus. The outermost surface antigen is the HBs antigen, that is surface antigen. Inside the surface, there is a viral envelope and the antigen is HBe antigen. Inside the HBe antigen or inside the envelope, there is a nucleocapsid or the core of virus. And for this there is an HBC antigen, that is a core antigen. Inside the nucleocapsid there is a circular DNA molecule which is HBV DNA. If the surface antigen is positive, it indicates the active infection, and if the envelope antigen and DNA molecule these are positive, they indicate increased replication and the infectivity, and this core antigen is usually not measured. Our body produces antibodies against these antigens. These are anti-HBs, anti-HBc and anti-HBe. Now they work opposite to them. For example, this is HBs antigen is an active infection, and anti-HBs, if anti-HBs are positive, they indicate there's no infection. That is, either the patient is cured from the disease or he is vaccinated. And if the anti-HBc are positive, there may be two types of IgG or IgM. IgM indicates the acute infection and IgG indicates the chronic infection. The third antibody, that is anti-HBe, if this is positive, there will be decreased replication and decreased infectivity. And now we are moving towards the diagnosis, in which we see that which marker will be present and which will be absent in the respective stages. So in acute stage, the antigens, these three antigens, all the antigens will be positive and the antibody will only be this acute IgM anti-HBc. Only this will be positive, and others which I have not mentioned here, that is anti-HBs and anti-HBe, they will be negative. After the acute stage, that is there is a period that in which the concentration of these antigens is decreased, and they are decreased to such a level that is not even detectable, and we call this period as a window phase. During this phase, only this anti-HBc IgM or IgG is detectable. IgM is later on replaced by IgG. Otherwise, mainly IgM anti-HBc is detectable during the window phase. After the window phase, disease progresses into in two ways. Either it will progress towards the chronic, or the disease will be recovered. So in recovery phase, since the patient is cured from the virus and he has no virus in his body, so all the antigens will be negative and only the antibodies will be positive in the recovered patient, and the antibodies will be anti-HBs and anti-HBc, that is IgG, because in the later stages IgM is replaced by IgG. The chronic stage, it may also proceed into two ways. It may be chronic replicative type or chronic non-replicative type. In the replicative type, all the antigens will be positive, as they were positive in acute infection also, and they are also positive in chronic replicative type, and the antibody will be IgG anti-HBc. So this is the only difference between chronic replicative and the acute, that is in acute it is IgM and in chronic replicative type it is IgG. Otherwise the antigens are same, they are also positive in chronic replicative as well as in the acute stage. In the chronic non-replicative type, since this is non-replicative and these two antigens are responsible for replication, so they will be negative and their antibody will be positive. So the only antigen that is present in chronic non-replicative type is HBs antigen, and the antibody will be anti-HB C IgG as well as anti-HBe. So this anti-HBe is only present, is only positive in this chronic non-replicative type. Since this is non-replicative, the person is usually healthy and the disease is less contagious. Whereas the replicative type, the disease is infective and there is an increased risk of post-necrotic cirrhosis and there is increased risk of hepatocellular carcinoma. Now, if the person is immunized, that is, if the person has vaccinated, the only antibody that will be present is anti-HBs, because the person is not exposed to the virus itself, so there will be no anti-HBc IgG. This is the difference between recovered patient from the virus and the vaccination, because during vaccination we inject only HBs antigen in the body. We only inject SBS antigen, so our body produces the antibody against this antigen only. So there will be only anti-HBs in the vaccination. So this is the serology and diagnosis for the hepatitis B virus. Now proceeding towards another chronic hepatic virus, that is hepatitis C virus. For this, first we will do the LFTs, because there is elevated serum transaminases. They are usually common with hepatitis C virus. After that we do the serology, and for serology we detect HCV RNA, anti-HCV IgG and HCV RIBA. This is the test. Well, HCV RNA is detected by PCR and it is actually a gold standard. That is, if HCV RNA will be positive, that there will be infection. If this is negative, there will not be infection. And this is detectable in blood for 1 to 3 weeks. And this is a marker of active infection. And this IgG anti-HCV, this emerges in blood for after 3 to 6 weeks, and it is measured by ELISA. And one thing, that it's not a protective antibody. In the infected patient, it's also present. After it is positive in the serology, for its confirmation we do HCV RIBA, that is recombinant immunoblood assay. So this is to confirm the anti-HCV IgG. So for diagnosis in acute stage, the antigen, this HCV RNA will be positive and this anti-HCV may or may not be positive, because I told you that this emerges just after 3 to 6 weeks, so it's very early and there may be an acute disease during this phase. So in this period it may be positive, or if the detection is made earlier than 3 weeks, so it may be negative. So it may be positive or may be negative. Now the disease either will be cured or will progress towards a chronic stage. If the disease is cured, that means HCV RNA will be negative, and this anti-HCV, again, it's not specific, so it can be positive or it cannot, it may not be. But in chronic disease, now here is an interesting thing, that in chronic disease, HCV RNA is also positive and anti-HCV is also positive. So these both are positive in chronic HCV. Now moving towards the third chronic virus, that is hepatitis D virus. There is a unique thing about this virus, that it does not infect the individual alone, but it usually requires hepatitis D virus for its action. So for serology, there are 4 antigens, that is HDV antigen, HDV RNA, and anti-HDV IgM, this is antibody, and IgG antibody. So these 4 markers we usually detect in serology. HDV antigen refers to an active infection, and HDV RNA also tells us the active infection. It is detected by PCR. This is usually the gold standard. IgM for acute and IgG for chronic. Now this IgM is the best indicator for the recent HDV exposure. Now the diagnosis in acute stage is made by HDV antigen is positive and HDV RNA, both the antigens will be positive, and IgM antibodies will be positive, which suggests the recent exposure to HDV virus. Now I told you that it requires HBV virus to for its action, and it causes co-infection and super-infection with the hepatitis B virus. So there in the co-infection, there are two IgM antibodies against the two antigens will be there. That is IgM against HD antigen and IgM against HBC antigen will be positive, and these two will indicate the co-infection. In the chronic stage, because the infection is there, so HDV RNA will be positive, and this chronic stage HBs antigen, hepatitis B surface antigen, will also be positive, and the HDV IgG antibodies will also be positive. Now this HBs antigen and anti-HDV antigen, these two suggest the superinfection. This was the serology and diagnosis of the chronic viruses. Now we are moving towards the acute viruses, that is hepatitis A virus and hepatitis E virus. For hepatitis E virus, in serology we detect HAV RNA, anti-HAV IgM, and IgG anti-HAV. HAV RNA is a gold standard. It refers to an active infection detected by the PCR, and IgM for acute and IgG for chronic. HAV, since hepatitis A virus does not cause chronic disease, so this IgG in this case is a protective antibody, and it indicates the recovery of the patient in hepatitis A as well as in hepatitis E. So IgG is a protective antibody in hepatitis A and hepatitis E virus. So we made the diagnosis. In acute stage, the HAV RNA will be present, and the acute antibody, that is IgM anti-HAV, will be positive. Since this does not progress towards a chronic, it will be recovered. It will eventually be recovered. So after the exposure, or if the patient is vaccinated, which antigens and which antibody will be there. The HAV RNA will be negative because the patient is not infected at that time, and anti-HAV IgG will be positive, and this IgG is a recovery, is suggesting recovery here or the vaccination, and this IgG is it remains in blood for some decades, and after some decades it usually fades off, and for the decades it gives us immunity, and up till then, HAV virus cannot infect an individual again. For hepatitis E virus, it's quite similar to the hepatitis A virus, that and the markers are HAV RNA, HAV virions, anti-HAV IgM, and IgG. Now, this RNA and virions are detected by PCR in stool and serum, and this IgM, again, it refers to acute, and IgG for the recovery. It's a protective antibody. In acute stage, the HAV RNA will be positive and IgM anti-HAV will be positive, as there was a case with HAV2, and if it after the exposure, past exposure or a recovery, it also leads to a recovery, and during the past exposure, antigens will be only antibody. The anti-IgG HAV will be it may or may not be positive, because it usually persists for 2 to 3 years. So we do the serology after some years, and it may come as a negative. So I've just mentioned here that it may be positive or negative. Otherwise, this is positive in the initial years of the recovery, but after some years it usually fades off, and after some years it may come as negative, and HAV RNA is negative. And one thing I want to mention here, that I not mentioned here the vaccination, because there's no vaccine for HEV. The vaccines are available for hepatitis A and B only. And since the hepatitis D requires hepatitis B for its infection, so it is also prevented by hepatitis B vaccine. So hepatitis A, B, and D have the vaccines, and hepatitis C and E have no vaccine. I hope you're clear with all the concept and what